there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them. They need you.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Pop Culture Justice. I am Andy Signore, and we are going live to a WFLA feed that has a breaking high-speed chase. Now, the chase did end, and SWAT has already showed, but I have that live on my feed as well. Nothing is happening here on the actual, why did that go away to Zoom? Nothing is actually happening yet. There we go. As SWAT has taken over this, I wanted to go back and show you the first few minutes of this chase as it was happening. So we are live watching this. Nothing like a big car chase to see what's going on and what can happen. So we're going to be here watching this and then talking about some other news throughout. But I'm rewinding a few minutes back just so you can see how things escalated and where it went, because there's a very odd moment that happens in this pursuit that I think will surprise all of you if you haven't been watching this already. But again, I have the live feed going. If something does change and the SWAT does move, we'll go over live. But I thought, let's go back and watch as this went proceeded, because even WFLA is now beginning to show the replays as we wait for SWAT to see what they're going to do to this. But yeah, so this is a high-speed chase. Several officers and the choppers pursued this vehicle as it was going here in South Florida. More details coming in as it happened. Even this doesn't really have they didn't have the feed. They sort of jumped on this a lot. I'm listening to Lewis. But here you go. It's just, I never understand the thought process. Once the cops are there and there's a lot of them following you, I just don't get how they think they're going to get away with it. It never makes sense to me. So here he goes around the cones into the other lane, trying to, I guess, get away from, look at that. What is that? 5 cop cars. He's just going to turn. These idiots. Complete idiots. Kristen, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate you guys. Continue sending those boozy bucks. This guy's just a moron. So dangerous. This guy's now got 5-6 officers following him, and he's nonchalantly going through this neighborhood. And then just you wait. I want you to see what happens here. He's going through his neighborhood. It looks like he's going to his house or somewhere. Like he's just like, oh, I'm late. I got to get home. I guess it's just weird. At a certain point, there's enough road there. Just like smash him into the grass. I guess you got to be careful because you don't know, is somebody in the vehicle? Is he holding someone hostage? Everyone's got to be super careful in how this all goes down. But now here he is going from the highways to like these side roads. And this is where things do get scarier, because you could have kids running around here, something going on. Things get a lot scarier as you're watching this unfold. But yeah, he's just going around thinking he's going to, and then here, look, watch. Here it comes. So I wanted to go back and play in its entirety. Look at this. Dude's checking his phone.
All right, news desk, you just got out the vehicle. We're going to the other side of the house
JB
now.
here with you live on WFLA now, tapping into this chopper feed.
Dude, how? Like, what? Did you see that? I got to go back because, again, I'm watching live. We're still in the standoff mode. But there's SWAT coming in. Like, legit. SWAT's after him. All these officers are after this guy. And did you see the way he just pulled into the house? I'm going back. Hold on. I'm still live. Still nothing happened on the live.
A dozen or so units behind this armored vehicle.
Let's watch
to
watch
stop
this again.
each WFLA now.
That was unreal. Look at this guy. Pulls in. Dude, not even like a hustle inside. What the hell is this guy doing? And then like, yo, all right, yo, I got it.
All right, news desk, you just got out the vehicle. We're going to the other side of the house now.
JB here.
Jesus, what? This is nuts. So again, now we are live, and now the SWAT is there. And now you're fully up to date. But I wanted you to see as it was happening, since we're still waiting for something to happen here. I still can't get over this dude just rolling out the way he did. Like, and that SWAT pulling is intense. So this dude saw dozens of cars, rolls in like this with no care in the world, has SWATs on his butt. Explain that to me, somebody. And now, yeah, here you'll see SWAT roll in. This is no joke now at this point. So there's got to be more to this case. As I heard JB saying even before I went on this, there's got to be more to what's going on here. Why is this? I mean, SWAT was there so fast. SWAT's not always there that quick for a car chase. So, I mean, I guess they're on call in theory. But look at these armed officers now, and this is SWAT. They are all now getting ready in this vehicle. And now it's scary. You can see kid stuff in the back. Are there kids in the home? Is this guy, what's going on? Doesn't seem like there's anybody else in the car because he's now gone inside the home. And what's just terrifying now is like, was he trying to go to a partner or something? Is there something scarier happening now inside this house? I don't want to speculate, but that's why this has now gotten very intense. What's happening? This dude literally has dozens of officers and SWAT rolling on him, and he just goes into his house. So now we are live. This is officially live. We'll pull on a JB, see if he's got new updates. I don't know if sometimes he's still trying to figure out as much as we can, but major shout outs to JB.
Truth Faction says, #HeyJB, show the footage where the curtains close right after he went in the house. You know,
at Chopper 6 News Desk, looks like he's exiting the house.
He just threw something on the top.
And he just threw something over the house. All right, he's giving himself up.
And
so
as we're taking comments here live on WFLA now, the suspect that we saw earlier involved in this chase, wearing the T-shirt and shorts, comes out of the vehicle, appears to have thrown something onto the roof or somewhere above the home, puts his hands up in the air, lifts up his shirt to show that there's nothing underneath his shirt, and gives himself up, surrendering to South Florida authorities, bringing an end to a wild chase on the Florida Turnpike and in this Hialeah, Florida neighborhood.
Well, there you go. that event. I was expecting a little bit more,
Whether
but man,
or not
I guess
there was any communication between the suspect and officers outside, if they were able to
all these resources
establish through a phone call or other means of communication, try to talk to him, or whether or not the suspect came out willingly. But the suspect opened the door, walked out, and surrendered.
Well, there you have it, the end of the car chase. We actually did a lot more show, which you can watch if you hit that join button, but I wanted to give you a recap a few hours later. Yes, the suspect in custody was led in that pursuit by SWAT, but we did learn a little bit more later, it seems. This all happened over in Hialeah, Florida, where they spotted a vehicle that was the subject of Be on the Lookout. The man who was the subject of the pursuit was a 53-year-old who family members said was having a mental crisis and was threatening to take his own life. That's when the officers were following and got him home. It's unclear if that really was his home. It was his home, entered his home. So he drove home, entered in his home. SWAT was around, and then they did finally get him out less than an hour later. He will undergo a mental evaluation. We wanted to keep eyes on him. We wanted to make sure he would make it home. For us, it's always better for him to make it home so we can have a controlled environment. The last thing we would want is for something to happen in the middle of the street. So that explains why it wasn't getting so crazy out there, while they were hoping and suspecting that's where he was headed, why he maybe even was so casual getting home, who knows? But that is the outcome we have on this. So I'm glad nobody was hurt. I'm glad he was able to take somewhere else. I hope he's able to get help. And kudos to the Florida SWAT and police for taking care of this so well, which it seems like they did. That's the rest of the show, though. We did have a great show that if you want to watch, like I said, hit that join button, become a member today, pick a level, hit the join, because Steph and I had a great Andy versus Steph. A kid who gave a Valentine to a girl, or wanted to be Valentine's with a girl, and she rejected him. And the whole school then rallied against the girl to turn and say that they would be his Valentine. Oh, Steph and I did not agree on this. Was this good for little girls and little boys? You're not going to miss the full debate, the Andy versus Steph, as well as so much other news. Make sure you go support Steph the Alternate on her channel over on YouTube, as well as Louis Lucca, where we're heading next, because he's going to be live covering some Brian Koberger news. Appreciate you guys so much for watching. We'll be back later again tomorrow, live here on Popcorn Planet. So make sure you stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your days. I'm off to see Roar Cocaine Bear. Bye, everybody.